Commander, welcome to mek-sha, outlaw crossroads of the galaxy. Darth Shah. I'm pleased we finally have an opportunity to work together. I've heard such delicious things about you. I served your old ally, Darth Valror. He asked that I aid in supervising this operation due to my experience with the galaxy's criminal element. This intriguing specimen is a member of the Brothers, our key allies on the station. They've provided the Empire with quality slave labor for many years.
It is our great honor to take those without value and give them value, to give labor to those without purpose.
It's good to work with such loyal supporters of the Empire.
Loyal and deferential. The ideal partners for a mission like ours. Our goal here is more complex than it might seem. Let's step into the operations center to discuss the details. Wait. What?
Blazes was that?
Chase them down and find out.
You're kidding, right? Lord Shah still in one piece?
Oh, yes. The Force was strong with him. Pity he didn't stand a chance. For a Sith to defy the Empress and attack you during a top priority mission. You must have done something truly stirring.
I don't remember making any Sith angry lately. None that are alive, at least.
Perhaps he simply wanted a challenge. Fascinating. Ah well, you handled him easily enough. Best if we return to the mission at hand. Shall we?
Ah, old friend. Such a pleasure to see you again after so long. I overheard something of a commotion. Is everything all right?
Someone attempted to kill our dear guest.
An assassination attempt? On you? I'm amazed that there's anyone left in the galaxy who would even try.
I'm not convinced it was an assassin. It felt more like I was being tested.
Really? I shall task some of our people with tracking the assailant down. I would love to learn more. Now then, Shah, let's go over what we've planned.
A Republic fleet key to the defense of Corellia has taken position nearby and intends to purchase fuel from mek-sha in order to continue their journey. It is our task to ensure that this fleet never reaches its destination.
So, we stop them from refueling.
Unfortunately, that wouldn't fulfill our Empress's command.
If the fleet cannot acquire fuel, they'll simply consolidate what fuel they have into their most powerful warships and send them on. We do not have sufficient vessels to prevent this, and and we must make every effort to stop the entire fleet.
Then we lure them in and attack while they transfer the fuel.
Just so, old friend.
Major Henry, explain your discovery.
It just so happens that a perfect weapon is built into this rock. All we have to do is take control of it. See, this place used to belong to the Hutts, till their slaves revolted and kicked them out. Now mek-sha's neutral, run by the 5 biggest crews on the station. Huttbreaker, she led the revolt. Well, she wanted to be sure nobody could show up and steal what she and the other slaves just won. So they put in a fail-safe. It fires a pulse that neutralizes all the fuel in mek-sha's tanks, plus whatever's in the fuel lines, and any ships attached. We could even juice the pulse up a bit. Make it strong enough to ignite the fuel everywhere but the tanks. Fry every ship in the fleet.
Perfect. How do we get started?
The decision of whether to sell fuel to the Republic fleet hasn't been made yet. It depends on a majority vote by the top 5 crews. It falls to you to persuade them to vote in favor of selling the fuel, to help the Republic walk into our trap.
Fortunately, you have the perfect opportunity to get started. Brother?
Huttbreaker hosts a celebration, an auction of pointless material wealth gained without effort. The 5 strongest crews are invited.
You join our dear friends at Huttbreaker's auction. Ensure that the crews vote in favor of selling the fuel, and help the Republic slip its head into the noose.
And what will the rest of you be doing?
Major Henry will be acquiring some special items we'll need later. Meanwhile, I will make a show of myself around the rest of mek-sha.
We shall lead our enemies to suspect we're planning a direct assault, so they do not look too closely for other dangers.
I will remain in contact, should any other urgent matters arise.
And watch your back. At least one of these crews is already in the Republic's corner, or the fleet wouldn't have come here in the first place.
Best of luck.
Destination. Enjoy your stay.
Commander, Shar told me you were on your way. We're waiting for you inside.
Weapons charged.
Fancy meeting you here, boss.
We were catching up with Theron and Lana, and they mentioned you were here. Figured we'd lend a hand.
We've cut a few deals with these people over the years. With our help, you'll know just how to play them. They'll vote however you want.
I'll be glad to have any information you can give me.
Just doing our part. If you're ready, let's head inside. All right, first up, Huttbreaker. Revolutionary leader, liberator, and unofficial queen of mek-sha. Her crew runs the main docks.
She won't need much convincing. Selling that fuel will bring in a small fortune, but that only stands if you keep the peace. You get too messy with any of these gangs, Huttbreaker will lock things down no matter how much she stands to make. Keeping mek-sha safe is her top priority.
All right. Darth Shah said that one of the crew leaders is a Republic sympathizer. What can you tell me?
Junker Jot, retired Republic Navy. His people handle maintenance for all of mek-sha. They're the reason we've got air to breathe and a nice view that doesn't kill us.
Jot doesn't really have a crew, just droids and other engineers like him. But without them, this place literally doesn't work. So they get a seat at the table. Needless to say, the Republic will get his vote to refuel, so no need to get involved there. Better to focus on the other crew leaders.
Why bother with the others? Huttbreaker and Jot will vote in the Republic's favor. We tell the brothers to do the same, and we have a majority.
The brothers' relationship with the Empire is no secret. If they suddenly vote to sell fuel to the Republic, it will seem way too suspicious.
Yeah, it's more of a hassle, but you'll need a vote from one of the other crew leaders to keep the Republic from looking too closely.
First is Veek the Snake. He runs a Rhodian smuggling ring, the Harito Wald, one of the biggest operations in the galaxy.
Veek's a businessman. He can be anybody's friend if there's an upshot for him. Just have to figure out what he needs and make sure he gets it. The other crew leader is Indigo, Mandalorian. Well, ex-Mandalorian. Same with his crew. They're called something like Darmanda. They're mercs and gun runners. Indigo has some kind of rivalry with Veek, so it's a good thing you only need one of them to vote your way.
The mighty Sith Empire, resting its future on shady deals with shadier people.
Wars are never won on the front lines.
Looks like Huttbreaker's about to give her big welcome speech. Let's find a good spot.
Mek-sha! How are you doing tonight? Look at us! We are surviving! We are thriving! We are turning this tiny rock into the beating heart of the galaxy! Just a few years ago, we were slaves. Now, we're masters. Imagine what we can become in just a few more years. All we've got to do is stay us. Be what we've been so far. We keep the peace. We keep the balance. And we keep moving forward. We've got the whole galaxy laid out in front of us. Everyone else just doesn't see it yet. All they see are the soldiers, politicians, Sith, Jedi. All the people who think they run things, who think their wars decide who's in charge. The truth is, they'll never be in charge. They'll never really run things. You know why? Because while they're busy killing each other, we're making deals, making friends, expanding everything they buy so they can blow each other up. We're selling and getting richer, stronger. By the time they stop and do the math, it will be too late. Because there will be a lot more of us than there are of them. And then, it will be us calling the shots. So stay the course, my friends. It only gets better from here. Welcome to mek-sha. Did you enjoy this speech?
I can see how you were able to inspire the rebellion against the Hutts.
Well, the Hutts did most of the work for me, if I'm honest. Someone just had to fire the first shot. Now then, please, enjoy our hospitality. Have a drink on me and keep the peace. You can keep the peace, yes? I have your Sith friend's word on it.
The Sith aren't known for keeping their word or keeping the peace.
Such cynicism! Commander, meet thou with their Jedi Knight.
It's so rare that we can step away from the war for a peaceful chat.
Just because nobody's shooting at each other yet, doesn't mean the war isn't here.
The two of us have a prior appointment, I'm afraid. Please, enjoy the auction.
I know you helped Malgus on Osis. You picked the wrong side. And you're going to regret it.
I'm going to remind you of this moment when you're busy dying at my feet.
I'm not afraid of you.
Master Jedi.
See you around.
Reloading. Ready.
What do you want?
Much for small talk, are you?
No, I'm not. And I gotta hurt you on either. We wouldn't be talking unless you wanted something. So what is it?
To the point, let me return the favor. I'm looking for some help. Interested?
You think Darmanda want to fight and die in your little war? You're out of your mind. We're doing just fine on mek-sha.
I'm here to get your help with our operations on mek-sha. No fighting needed.
Interesting. Depending on the details. Look, this isn't a good place to do business. Too many years. Maybe the canteen will better, and we'll see.
Chonky faguta geopora geotokakise. Demote que casa do bonyelis di woto. Chai con kunta chichai.
It depends on how well you treat your friends.
Makipuna male tuta od mishka. Conchita chichakta. Kusa mala chikuta. Ikosa mose ala chuta. Kobane puta taise jeskusku.
I'm curious, what's your stance on fueling the Republic ships?
Kasuyali koyaran kenka kurum. Kliskataka yos osko ukopokuta. Makipuna male tuta od mishka. Itisa roda kopana chaporko utmangisa.
It'll be better to discuss this in private.
Pampaula kavaji otto.
What do you have in mind?
Chupula wa michade sula. Kastu undile. Gino hola lukuta. Tungi machechu. Kuting nankihe. Wana wa de bloto wichawa.
Keep on walking. I got nothing to say to imp lovers.
There you are. Have you learned everything you need to complete our plan?
Yes, I'm done here.
Splendid. I hope your time was illuminating.
How'd I do? Too scruffy? Just scruffy enough?
Scruffy isn't the word I choose.
I couldn't agree more.
Gonna do a hit and run on Jot's turf a bit later. Need to keep the old crank from realizing who's behind it. Just need a few more sets of gear for the rest of my boys and we'll be off.
I've rather loudly let the actual Nova Blades, as well as the Exchange, hear that I'm hiring extra muscle. Word should spread quickly.
I'm on my way to meet with one of the crews we need to vote for the refueling.
Wonderful. My master knew you were the one for the job. Well then, we all have our tasks before us. Shall we reconvene in the Brothers' territory later?
You are now less efficient.
Hi there.
Enjoy your stay.
Faguta geopora geotokakise. Makipuna male tutta od mishka.
You don't waste time.
Pokombak, niji tonka giliski chanaka. Pakuta pal kuchapting wampa, la agua kilia jikoska. Chonki faguta geopora geotokakise. At pampa, boshura moki.
Who do you support?
Akmanoya, no chaita. Tuta mishka, no chaita. Kafstu undile, Gio hola lukuta.
What makes you think I want to stop it?
Antahumpa, muli rafavaba. Ko yamaya, inacho casa. Kusa malachikuta, ikosa mose alatuta, patogawa kiku bakili.
What exactly do you need?
Udi estinuka. Umpa bitwala ni bobo. Oyatuka change kapula. Demote ki casa, dobonyelis dioto. Pampaula kavaji oto. Umpa bitwala ni bobo.
You want to do business with the Huts?
Pagtra wanawaka. Me bonawa di te utwipi. Asuyali koyarang kenka kurung. Pata titok makichisa chubala wawuni.
I didn't know the exchange was on mek-sha.
Kuchuso yumata chikotoya. Wanto humpa muli ravavaba. Umpa bitwala ni bobo. Nokta chulna dobela. Patogawa kiku bakili.
I'm not here to take down the exchange, but I'll rescue the envoy.
Kuchuso yumata chikotoya. Cha aita ye chopa. Mitwana shoto.
I will make you proud. I promise. There will be no stopping us. I hear you, Master. I will follow your lead. I am going to make you suffer! I will make you proud. I promise.
Papa Mechispa.
You weren't invited to this meeting, Commander.
The Hutts and the Exchange working together. Who would have thought?
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. I must say, I am surprised Vik chose his reputation over saving a potential deal with the Hutts.
Kota chota, kasa yuli koira toile kankiton.
Is the Exchange helping the Hutts take back mek-sha? Why else would you let the Exchange grow so quickly?
In truth, both of our organizations lose millions of credits to Harito Wall every month. It's getting expensive.
Kiko ubo kili wata pangka tonko potoko wata.
Once Vik and his ilk are out of the way, we'll divvy up his roots and cruise between ourselves.
Yakopa Gigi kuting anulia makachisa.
So much blood.
Chuso, you mata chikotoya. Mikushu funmu dopa makma.
Dead. It was an ambush. She was working with the Exchange all along.
Bampaula kavaji oto.
The Hutts and the Exchange made a deal to kill you and split your resources between themselves. They didn't count on anyone else getting involved.
Kasuyali koyaran kenka kurun. Comeback, niji tonka giliski chanaga. Umpa bitwala ni bobo.
You must be joking.
Chonki faguta geopora geoto kakise. Kusa malachikuta, ikosa mose ala chuta. Umpa bitwala ni bobo. Widok bamba, unaguta, tanquekuta.
Trust me, you can't afford me.
Bata di tok maki chisa chubala wawuni. Pite perupa kadwa shini ko iga danaila. Kusa malachikuta, ikosa mose ala chuta. Ay, tutamishka gio lukuta.
That's exactly what I need.
Yanakuzo pike. No ye nevuta nakma.
Yes, that should be all.
Inigu daiji liska chananga wa. Jiji haku.
Commander, am I interrupting anything?
I just finished convincing Vik to support our plan. What do you need?
Perfect. Remember when I mentioned that hit and run on Jot's territory earlier? Well, I've got my squad ready to move. Last thing we need is you.
What do you mean?
Jot's crew handles maintenance for everything in the station, including the failsafe system that roasts the fuel. He'll have a schematic for the failsafe on his computers. We need that data so we can modify the system to juice it up like the boss wants. My team hits Jot's place first, so he thinks pirates are trying to run off with some of his repair droids. While he's out chasing us around, you sneak into his HQ and grab the data. Sound good?
Send me the coordinates and I'll make my way there.
You got it. Before we dive into this op, I have to tell you, I feel like Balron's playing games here. Treating those creep slavers like they actually matter. Hell, playing nice with any of the locals. Boss's eyes are on more than just the mission, I'm sure of it.
You were a slave once. How do you feel about slavery in the Empire?
Being a slave was horrible, but it motivated me to be the best, to make myself more. That's what the Empire's all about, isn't it? Still, if things had been different, I could have got a lot more years soldiering in. Probably a lot of good soldiers died working in a mine or something, before they got their chance to really make a difference.
Slavery is a waste of resources. Replace them with droids, or with dedicated trained professionals. The Empire would be stronger for it.
Wow. That'd make the Empire a very different place, huh? Alright, I've burned enough of your time. I'll move my people into position and we'll be ready to start when you are. Amri out.